Okay, we're live. We're gaming. We're live. We're gaming. We're live. We're gaming. We're live. We're gaming. TBH. AJ, did you ever think about the fact that we're gaming right now?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have to be the one to tell you, but we're gaming.
Gaming.
You are famously a gaming hater. You
I saw
famously hate it to
A
game.
gator, actually.
Yeah.
Like
tried
alligator.
seeing a couple new therapists this week. And one of them was like, because I'm supposed to see someone that specializes in autism.
Yeah.
One of them had autism, and it was really clear because she asked me about what my life was like, and I told her, and she responded with, "Wow, sounds like you have all the trauma. That's cool." So I'm
Oh.
not gonna see her again.
Oh.
And then the other one, like, he didn't want me to talk about my trauma, but he was really interested in hearing me talk about video games. And he's like, "Wow, you've played 1,400 games and you have them all ranked in a spreadsheet?" Like, yeah, I do. And he's like, "That's so cool." And I'm like, this guy wants me to be more autistic.
Yeah. This guy's trying to get you to autism max.
Yeah. Are you okay, Axel? I see you jumping.
Oh, I'm just like completely absent. I'm not here.
Oh, what?
Like phase out of existence.
You just get Thanos snapped.
Yeah.
Always phasing.
I'm always hazing. Um.
Can I share with you two my thoughts on gay people?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, because I was thinking of why I've never written that primarily, and I usually write lesbian instead of gay men. And then I was also thinking about 10 days ago or something, where I sent you that list of the characters I've romanced in video games and like some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because I sent like favorite visual novel, favorite JRPG, strategy RPG, Western RPG. And then I wanted to make a fifth one that was favorite male romance, and I just couldn't even think of one.
Yeah. Because you hate men.
Famously
Partially.
so.
But yeah, but I mean, I feel like
That goes
I
without
could at,
saying.
I feel like I could at least like not have that be like so strong of a feeling that it would stop me there. Um, and I was like thinking about like why is that something where I've never like found any male romance appealing to me in anything. Um, and I think it's a lot of how media portrays gendered personality traits. Because I was saying that I really like the characters that are emotionally vulnerable but also forward with their emotions. So like the ones I
Both of their
listed,
emotions?
yeah. So like the ones I
Yeah.
listed are like forward with them.
The
So
gay
like
romance is perfect for that.
yeah, um, but I feel like it's not something that is portrayed for men that is not in a specifically gay romance. So it's
That's why you
like
need gay romance written by men.
yeah, I was just saying like if I'm playing like a farming game or like a Baldur's Gate or whatever, that's not specifically for the gay romance, right? That's like an option,
Oh, true.
but they don't write it that way, and I feel um like being emotionally vulnerable is usually characterized as like a feminine trait, and then there's too many Devon types that think it's like good to be a hard ass and yell at people.
Yeah.
But then being emotionally forward is usually seen as like written as a masculine trait, where you have all like the demure, shy women that feel like it's too masculine to make the first move.
Yeah.
But I feel like in media, you can have a woman that is forward, and there's still a lot of like archetypes for that character where that doesn't contrast with their own sense of their own gender expression. because you can have a character that's like, there's a lot of like female characters that are like obsessed with a boy, and then they're really forward because of that, or like the mom friend and like mature and knows what she wants, so she doesn't play games.
Yeah.
So you see it that way,
The milk.
but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that because those. I was also thinking like I also care about like people like partnerships that kind of treat each other equally. I don't like the sort of like caretaker role where it's like, oh, you're letting someone take care of you.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why Millicent is so miserable.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
But I feel like when media writes that sort of thing for men, they can't combine those traits without making the character like insecure about their masculinity.
yeah.
Because you can have like the only ones that are like emotionally vulnerable are usually like this sort of like teddy bear type persona, where it's just like a guy that cries really easily, or like the characters that try to be like feminine boys, and then they also like reject their own masculinity because they feel like they need to overcompensate to have those expressions. Um, so I feel like to have those sort of traits while also being like a partnership and not like a I'm gonna take care of you isn't something that's seen for male characters as much as female characters.
Yeah, I understand. I agree. And that's something kind of interesting about my writing because I am a gay guy and I like do these like you noted while you were reading that I was doing the trope with Dusk where he's like a really like slutty gay guy, right? And
Yeah.
you're talking about how like in the group you were reading, like they were saying, you know, don't do tropes. Tropes are bad
At the
because
same time,
they're
like, I've
offensive.
never heard of the slutty gay guy as a trope.
Well, when you
I
do
read many a gay many a gay novel, but
it's not
Yeah,
a
that's like what I'm saying, Bart. Like the things I'm bringing up aren't like common in gay romances. It's common in straight romances, or media that is written by straight people that feature gay characters.
yeah.
there's also that Dusk isn't really slutty. He's just promiscuous. Like he's not actively like just going around going, "I want to fuck your face." He just exists as a person and just like gets into scenarios with people.
He just does scenarios, you know. My
Well,
guy.
yeah, but like
Is that what we're calling
flirts with
sex now?
somebody every now and then like has sex. It's not like he's like walking around with no pants on. You know what I mean?
Scenarios. Yeah, I'm gonna scenario you later. Oh, big ones.
Scenario you later, babe.
Yeah.
Also, if anything, saying his behavior is slutty is actually just slut shaming, and you're a bad person. So
And I'm going to jail. And I'm homophobic, and I'm being sent to prison right now. Yeah, and like I don't think Dusk is very promiscuous. It's just funny because like I think he could definitely be perceived that way, you know.
probably definitely by a straight person, I would imagine, because they see someone having gay sex once, and they probably think they're a slut.
Yeah.
Like I'm all for, characters getting what they want or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
I would say that considering the amount of partners Dusk has that aren't even named, that's a good indication that he's promiscuous.
Yeah, and I'm not intending to avoid the fact that he sleeps with a lot of people, you know. Like that's not he does do that. That is something true about him.
Is it a lot of people though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I counted.
Is it really a lot?
I'm imagining that he slept with like dozens of people. And he's like 22, and that's a lot.
You calling me a slut?
I don't
Okay, had you slept with dozens of people by 22?
A baker's dozen.
Okay.
which is to say
Was it
11. I'm
14?
joking.
45.
Bigger
I
dozen,
just
is that
don't
more or
randomly.
less than a normal dozen?
Baker's dozen is 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I remember this one conversation I had with this guy one time where I was telling him I'd slept with 4 people, and he was like, 4 people?
Yeah. Is that your version of a spreadsheet, Brittany? The lore book, okay. She entered in 13 to the lore book.
Lore book. Yeah. The 14 people, the 13 people by 22. Northwood.
Well, it depends. When did he first get ruined? 15?
You're always describing me this way, AJ. You're always like, it's a whore. You're looking at me like, you slut. I bet you've had sex once. I, on the other hand.
That's how people act, for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, I'm a very pure individual.
Yeah, notably.
Having scenarios with my wife.
I don't know, commenting on anyone's sexual history just seems very incel-like to me.
Yeah. For the book, for my book, it's mainly relevant just because we're SAE. Like, the differences between people's, like,
Huh?
sleeping habits are, relevant. Just because of what we're SAE's like.
This is a dirty whore.
I don't know. No. No, because you're in this room, so it's gonna echo. Yeah, it will. They're also streaming. Okay. You didn't give me a chance to ask. I didn't even understand what you said.
Huh? What's happening?
AJ's
I
talking
missed
to
something.
Brittany.
Oh. Oh, Brittany's not here.
I'm here now because I have questions that need to be answered.
Okay.
Okay, so when we're talking about scenarios here, are you talking about 13 individual scenarios that occurred with 13 singular people? So, like, were they singular instances among 13 people, or were there additional instances with the 13 people?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I've had sex with 4 people.
I was just making up numbers, man.
Yeah, it could be anything. I've had sex with 4 people, and I think I've had sex with all of them multiple times. I think a minimum of 3.
Okay. Now that's going into the lore book.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not giving you details of my sex life.
It's fine. You don't need to. I
You'll get them from
that
Axel anyway.
offer the info. I
Uh,
appreciate, Axel, that you just offered the info.
it doesn't matter to me. It could be anything.
And to be fair, just to be fair and balanced here, I feel like I
Fair
need
and
to also
balanced.
reveal the details of my own sex life
Okay.
because we need to be on an equal playing field, Axel.
Yeah, I am streaming
have
right
had-
now, by the way.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Nobody's
Hi,
watching. don't worry.
I am at Cat RB, and this is the official. Okay, I'm gonna stop now so that way AJ doesn't get upset.
Yeah.
I was about to, but I mean, considering what AJ has already said, devoted partner, had only had scenarios with my one partner, which has been AJ.
Which has been the Lord Jesus Christ.
Which has been Jesus himself.
Which has been, with the Lord Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
my savior.
My savior and my God.
I don't believe in religion, actually. I want to make sure that's also clear.
I
I don't have the
believe
capacity for that.
in anything. I've never believed in a single thing my whole life.
Not even me? That's fucked up.
That
Why would you
explains a
say
lot
that
about you,
me? Why do
Axel.
you hate me? Why do you hate me, Axel? What the
I actually
fuck?
love you so much, bro. It's actually
I just don't
homophobic
believe
of
in
you
you.
to say that you're not. Say that you don't
Okay,
believe.
but hear me out. Hear me out here. There's a difference between believing in people and believing in concepts. Religion is like a concept, but like you could believe in people because people
What
are
the
like a
person
real
was the concept?
thing.
People are real. That is true. So I'm told.
You know, it's like a person that you can see and that could like actually do something with that belief.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for letting me ask my questions.
I appreciate it, Brittany.
Of course. Bye bye.
Bye.
What?
Yeah.
If anyone watching the stream wants to message who was just talking on Discord, they're D the Big Diggity.
See, if anybody ever watches the VOD of this, they're just gonna be like, "What is that? What's that? Why is that so funny to them?"
Oh, I just saw this Final Fantasy art, and the way that the wings are attached to the body of this creature, I thought it was a penis. Like, what the fuck is that?
That's how you know it's good.
But it doesn't even make any sense in context of the thing. I'll put it in the voice chat for the individuals here.
What choice
There
you
you go.
got?
It is just a dragon. There is like nothing not safe for work about it. But it just like I looked at it, I'm like, why is there a penis poking that dragon?
Oh, it does look like that, doesn't it?
It does. See, I'm not insane.
From where? Where's the penis?
Like
Look
if
at
you look
the
at the
way the wing
golden
attaches
part,
to the body.
yeah,
It looks like a weird, funky wiener.
it looks like if you took a penis and gave it like a hairdo.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the head?
Hairdo Valley.
I don't know. I gotta look at cock to know.
AJ, that's the thing about you. You don't know things.
Let's see.
I'm feeling 22.
Everything's gonna be alright.
I'm gonna punch my wife.
Oh,
Tisha. Oh.
you're always
I don't
saying
have a
this,
wife.
and
It's
then you
fine.
punch me in
She's-
the head.
You're not my wife.
Oh, who is your wife then?
I don't have a wife. That's the secret law.
Oh, I see.
And because I pulled her face off.
That'll happen. You gotta be real careful about that.
Dragusi. No, I just fucking iced him. But still, that's pretty cool. Like,
Fucking nice in my.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh.
Okay, I gotta stop playing the video games so my husband doesn't beat me.
No, I just think it's fun to listen to you moan with the lights.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I need to go get some fucking lanterns. Lanterns.
I left some fucking lanterns.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me to reveal my sexual history because I don't think it matters. Just to me that much. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. This is something I was just thinking about. Like, the degree to which it matters to people who they've slept with. Like, with my sister, I tell her that I've slept with, you know, so many people, and she's like, "You're disgusting," and it probably means that there's something wrong with you. And I'm like, here's the thing, it just does not, it's just not a huge deal to me, you know?
But the Lord, he's gonna get you.
But the Lord God in heaven. And it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't bother me that much. I'm not really bothered by the idea that I sleep with someone and then, like, am not dating or friends with them afterward, you know? Like, it's fine with me if I do
You're
that.
not fighting? You're not friends with me
I
afterwards?
think
I
it's just
am.
like, you know, it's kind of like it's more of a red flag to be dating at 30 and not be divorced than it is to be single and never married. Like, there should be some kind of balance, right?
This is why I'm trying to go for max divorces %.
Yeah.
I'm failing epically. I haven't gotten a single one yet.
Because I think,
Really?
like, you know, there's a lot of different aspects to it, and there's a lot of
Ass.
different cultural, and there's a lot of ass. And there's a lot of different parts to it. You know, it could be religious, it could be cultural. You know, some people might just want to feel like it's special to them. Some people are just trying to find someone that, you know, probably doesn't have AIDS and that's good enough for them. There's a lot of different people in the world, but
Until they start doing IV drugs.
yeah, people do drugs.
I am full of drugs personally.
IV drugs?
No.
See, that's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of interesting to me, you know, the degree to which it matters to people, because it's never mattered to me that much, you know? Like, I've
Oh, the
gotten,
IV drugs didn't?
well, like, I've had a couple of moments where, you know, I slept with someone and I later slept with somebody else, and I was like, I kind of wish I'd skipped the first one, just because I didn't like him as much as I liked this guy. I mean, that's kind of how I feel whenever I sleep with a new person. It's just, I didn't like the last one as much as I liked this guy. Why did I even bother to sleep with the last one?
Yeah, my perspective is always like it just seems like a lot of work to sleep with a new person.
Yeah, it is. And it's not as much fun, like, as just sleeping with the one person, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta lay in
it's
bed
like
next to them and close your eyes. It's very hard sleeping next to someone.
Yeah.
it's like watching Axel try to learn how to press up B in Smash. Like you got a new controller sometimes, and you gotta like learn how they work, and it's like, why do that when you could just play Hollow Knight for the 30th time?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
This is why I keep Hollow Knight downloaded at all times, and then plug it, and then take out my Ethernet cord so that I can only play Hollow Knight.
yeah,
I like the implication that I would, like, deprive myself of my computer just because I want to only play Hollow Knight for, like, 5 days.
yeah.
Really?
Uh,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah. I am always thinking. That's one of my problems.
Mhm,
That is true, though.
mhm.
You are always thinking.
But is it one of my problems? More at 10.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, let's list all your problems then.
Oh, I see his tongue out like that. Kind of freaky, though.
Full
Like-
of humor.
If you really like dogs,
True.
it's a problem.
Like the four humors?
You know, dogs have better.
Wait,
You
what
know,
about
in
dogs?
Minnesota, it's illegal to separate a dog from its mother within 8 weeks of birth. But we
Oh.
only have 2 weeks of mandatory parental leave for humans. So dogs have better rights than us.
Oh, that's
Oh
great.
boy.
See, I've always said dogs have better rights than humans, and people make fun of me for that.
I'm not
But
even
it
knowing what
is
you meant
true.
until now.
Yeah. And the people, they say, oh, AJ, surely you are lying. And you say, no, I'm correct.
Fuck! No.
Yeah, I say it just like that too.
And you say, hearken! Hearken, brethren!
Yeah.
Harkonnen, the evil people from Dune.
Hearkening
Yeah. From Dune.
from Dune. Wait, Bard, where's it
I
from?
don't think he should have been allowed to make another Dune book. They should have stopped him.
Frank?
Yeah, Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie Gerbert should not have been allowed to write past probably Messiah, I think.
To write pasta? Yeah, I agree.
Because I'll agree that Children of Dune is a bit strange, but it's not the strangest one. And then God Emperor is just like, if you took acid and tried to understand what a worm was trying to tell you, that's kind of like what it is.
I'm always saying this.
A hypocritical worm.
You're always describing me as the hypocritical worm.
The hypocritical worm.
You wanna know something funny, Bard?
Yeah.
Dave could remember off the top of his head the specific video card he put in my computer
Wow.
Oh yeah.
5 years ago. Was the
That is
1660 a
interesting.
decent video card 5 years ago?
Yeah, I have a 1080, so yours is
Kinda.
better.
Wait. Yeah.
5 years ago, my computer was a 2060, like 6 years ago. So kind of, it was. Yeah, it worked back then.
Everything works.
I mean, it does what you need it to do.
Yeah, I still got my N64 RAM. 2 megabyte. I still got my GameCube disc loader.
2 megabyte.
I'm
That frog
talking
just
to you,
twerked
my
at me.
PU. That's good.
I think it's actually more like a toad, but anyway, it's twerking at me.
And I'm like, get away from my boyfriend!
You interrupt the toad.
Yeah. Whenever the toad starts
you-
twerking at you, I just go, get away!
It's the hungry,
Hey,
hungry
Bard.
toad, by the way.
What months is like the summer break in Australia for school?
Huh? Summer break? It's
Yeah.
like 2 weeks. We don't have that long. We have winter. Oh, actually, whoops, other way around. Our summer break is December. We have like 4 weeks off, I think.
That's like your longest break on school?
Yeah, that's the longest one. It's around Christmas, and it makes the most sense instead of having it in the middle of the year like a psycho.
Okay.
Yeah, we
4
have
weeks
ours
isn't
is
You
like
guys
2
are-
months long, I think. Maybe 3?
The hell?
4 weeks
Maybe
isn't
it's
that
like 2
long.
months.
Yeah.
Like we have a winter break in the middle, which is like what you guys have spring break or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you guys do in June, July, don't you?
Uh-huh. Interesting.
When's your big one?
Summer, so that's like May, June, July.
Yeah, that's
Usually get back
weird.
to school late August, early September. We have long summer breaks compared to most countries. It's like 86 days.
Yeah, well, the children need to work in the fields.
Yeah, because we're making all that corn for
Yeah.
ovulation.
Corn
Menstruation.
for ovulation.
That's my
It's
new band name.
corn in parentheses for ovulation.
Yeah. Well, what else? is it
Yeah,
for?
I was listening to this musical group, Sister Wives Sex Strike, and I was like, that's a great band name. But then they were just like Axel music, and I wasn't really into them.
What do you mean Axel music?
Huh?
You say asshole
Okay.
music or that were like Axel music?
Axel. They were just two
Okay.
people and guitars. It
Oh.
was folk.
Bless.
But they weren't good at singing either. So that was
Oh,
worse.
that's a shame.
Yeah.
But you do hate it when people are good at singing.
I hate it when people try to show off that they're good at singing.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
You
How
know,
does one show
when I
off that they're
read
good
a
at
book where somebody's good at writing, I'm like, but are they trying to show off that they're good at writing?
You know, in like music,
No.
when there's an instrumental section, but then the singer is like, you know what? What if I just like hum during this section so they never stop hearing my voice?
I don't know many artists that do that, so no.
You know, Nicki Minaj.
Minjaj.
I don't listen to Minji Mikosh.
Okay. Who do you listen to?
Mangy
Charlie
Minaj.
XCX?
No!
Who do you
Wait, Todd, are you telling me
what?
that Axel had a brat summer?
I don't.
You don't know.
No, no.
Okay, thanks, wife.
Oh, wait, why am I putting my game in full screen? I don't need to read chat if he's right here.
Hi.
Bard probably understood that.
Yeah, Bard laughed.
Bard laughed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that, like, Joy and her Bard laughed?
Yeah, she really just cares about making Bard laugh.
Yeah.
If
Anything
you or
else.
I laugh, it's fine.
Purely optional.
Like,
That's
Bard
just like
laughing?
tangential.
I think my only audience is Bard.
Yeah.
That's not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's just with the
It's all
cards.
about getting those Bard laughs.
that's true. I have a wife.
Man, I was building something. There are ingredients in my inventory, but I have no idea what the hell I was doing.
What was he cooking?
This is an issue.
I always say this when you see me.
Why would I say that when I see you?
Because you're like, oh, he's so full of sin and hatred and weasels.
But there's blood.
Weasels.
AJ, do you regularly eat weasels?
If I had the option, I'd at least try it.
Damn.
I think the only thing I wouldn't eat at this point is bats.
Why is
That
bats?
doesn't
So
work
just
out
from-
well for people.
Oh, true.
I eat most other things.
Full of
though.
rabies.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe the rabies kid was her dad.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I agree.
yeah.
Rabies kid was her dad.
I read a book. You ever done that?
No.
No.
Okay, so it's kind of like Dune, but it's not about sand.
Oh,
And
what's the point then?
I'm sorry, but anyway, um, it's a Great Depression story because I'm greatly depressed, and
What's so
in
great
the
about it?
it was really really great how depressed they were, and they made a bunch of music about it.
Oh.
And there's a kid that gets rabies in the story, and then the
Hmm.
author is in the Roch Writers Discord, and I brought up that I read the story, and she's like, "Yeah, it's based on my real family life. The kid that got rabies was my
Oh.
dad." And I replied, "That's so funny. I was just thinking when we got to that point, I don't care if this guy dies."
Did you say that to her?
I did. I did say that to her.
That's amazing. It's not what you're supposed to say to somebody.
Well, I don't
Ah,
care. But anyway,
oh, that's
um,
perfect.
well, after I said that, she replied, "Thank you so much."
Really?
But
Oh, that's amazing.
because so many, because the protagonist already had like 3 dead kids by that point.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm like, what's a 4th one?
You're like, damn,
But-
bitch. Watch him
But then,
drop.
like, when I got to the ending and I talked to her, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that because the whole story was about how even though the woman like overcame this great hardship, even when times got better, she was never happier.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, it makes sense why the woman would like always be bitter towards her grandchildren because she doesn't see them as like these are the people I get to enjoy. It's like, wow, I'm thinking about all the other grandchildren I should have had if I could have afforded to feed that one, or if that one I could have gotten the anti-venom for the snakes to cure that one, or blah blah blah. So it really goes to show like it's not just one death to her at that point. Every kid that dies is like a lineage that won't happen in her mind. And that makes it even more depressing.
Yeah. This is why AJ loves Great Depression fiction.
Yeah.
Because he loves to be greatly depressed.
Yeah.
Loves
Look else
nothing
for some
more.
Great Depression. Well, I like to alternate between Great Depression and Holocaust media.
Right.
My two
Man,
favorite
you're just having a
topics.
great time there, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm not reading either. Sadly, I got to get back to that.
Damn. Can't believe you
So
do
reading-
that.
Reading 4 stories right now. I'm reading this one called Bloodbound.
It's by this idiot who can't write.
No, it's all right. It's like so
Is that
there's
the one that we saw?
an autistic dog, a sad woman, a raging war with dragons, lots of world building, dog, edgy mood, and murder.
Oh,
Oh.
that sounds like the perfect story to me, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. Having an autistic dog perspective is pretty difficult, but the author does a pretty good job.
Oh, well, there's
Um,
that.
And then I'm reading Argentina story, and I don't really know what's happening in that one because she keeps changing it whenever I point out something that could be improved. So the story's already changed 3 times while I've read it. I'm only on like chapter 7 or something.
Mm.
It's like it's really weird because the protagonist is like, "Oh, I'm such a failure," but it's like I keep reading it and I'm like, "Wow, she's doing a lot better than me." Like the character is like, I'm such a failure. I haven't graduated college yet and I'm 24 and I'm like, yeah, I haven't graduated college yet and I'm 27. And the character's like, oh, I only have one really close best friend that I've had for my whole life. And I'm like, okay, I'd like that. And it's like,
AJ,
oh,
haven't I known you since conception, famously?
No, it's serious. It was the movie Inception.
Oh,
Mm.
that would explain it.
He's sneaking around behind me.
and then like she's like really upset at her family, but like her family doesn't actually do anything. She's just upset that they like let her have freedom.
Why?
'Cause I'm not really sure. And like she doesn't like her sister, but her sister's just like I understand now why why this person was like you shouldn't be hard on Tala at all. Um because it's like well the little sister character in this is like just kind of bratty but also like doesn't do anything mean. Um but and it's like there's no like I'm just not sure why she's so sad. Right? And like that's
Yeah.
that's fine. Some people are just like sad for like inherently, and that's like depression or whatever. But it's not treated that way. It's treated like she has like specific problems.
Okay.
So I'm not really sure what's going on with that story. She
Tried being
has
happy.
she basically yeah, I don't know. She put in a character that is a half Filipina lesbian.
Hmm.
Which half is the lesbian?
The right half, and um, and I'm like, yeah, go off, I guess. But it's like I'm not sure. I feel like she basically wrote a story that is kind of like herself.
Yeah.
Like it is the
She
town
half
she lived in.
Filipino?
The main character has her same like health condition and anxiety and whatever, and like same family situation and same hobbies and same interests. So it feels like sort of a situation where she's super attached to the
Herself?
character because it's herself, but she didn't write it with like the intent of the character having a goal to overcome because she hasn't overcome the goals in her own life.
Oh.
So it's like this really just passive character where like stuff just kind of happens to her. So the line writing is great. She really knows how to use M dashes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then I'm reading Stone Cold Fox, which is a published novel.
Which is a character from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Foxhound. And then the fox die.
Oh, why do you do that?
They die. Rip.
Rip to a short king.
And that one is about a poor woman that pretends to be rich so she can marry really, really rich. I'm reading this as a comp title for Four Halves that I can use to Curie. It's basically like, what if Millicent really just cared about money, and that's the protagonist.
Hell yeah.
And it's
You should write a book where just like you don't plan anything else. Only plan the ending where the main character gets eaten by tarantulas, and then you have to figure everything else from the inside.
well, I couldn't do that because then Brittany would correct me on the tarantula facts, and I could never get it right.
Oh yeah, but then you'd have a like lore accurate tarantula.
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah, and then the blue sapphire tarantula, and then from this place, and it weighed this much, and there were 22 of them because that's the median hatch size in the egg womb, whatever.
And the reader
Yeah,
is
but-
like reading it and they're
Yeah.
going, oh, this guy has an autistic wife.
Yeah. So it's like I'm all for like rich people drama, but I feel like the level of wealth is like too overblown because she's pretending to be a rich woman, but she's not pretending to be a rich enough woman where the mother of her boyfriend will approve of the relationship. So the mother of the boyfriend offers the protagonist $5 million to break up with him.
That's a lot of
And
money.
And she turns it down because she's like, I'm going for the big game.
Okay.
I want to marry him so I can get even more than 5 million. And I'm like, I feel like that's a bit too much.
Why not just take the 5 million and then
Get a new one, yeah.
marry him anyway? Like
Ah,
it's bribe money. Like that's
Yeah.
not legally binding. If anyone was like, "Oh, I'll give you $5,000 to do something," and then you do that, and then they don't write a contract and they just physically give you money, you can just go back on them. Like, no one's gonna stop you.
yeah.
Like, what legal contract can you have that says you cannot marry this person because someone gave you money?
Yeah, well, it's in Connecticut, so you can just do whatever you want there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
We
my
should blow
god,
up
it's
Delaware.
Connecticut woman's secret story.
Basically, this is like
Maybe
it's
this is
funny
how,
because
like,
they're
law-
talking about Connecticut, and they're talking about it like, oh yeah, everyone knows how rich people are in Connecticut. And I'm like, yeah, no wonder Connecticut woman thought my story was like too redundant.
Yeah,
She's like, well, yeah, everyone has $5 million homes there.
it was really
and then-
funny
Where's-
because like normal people do not know that.
Where is the
Yeah.
indentured servant in this story? Everyone has indentured servants.
Yeah, there's one funny part where they have a harpist playing in their home, and the mama's like, she's just like one of the family. She's played the harp for us every day for
Oh
decades.
boy, I bet that's what fucking people that work for rich people want to hear. They're just one of the
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm looking for a good harpist servant.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the fourth book I'm reading. It's called The Three of Us, which is another comp title I want to use.
What if there's 4 of them?
There isn't. That's my story. Mine's better.
Oh.
But The Three of Us is just basically a woman has like a really close best friend that hates her husband, and then her husband hates the best friend.
Hell yeah.
One of them has to kill the other one.
I hope that's the ending.
Because
It's-
that's just a short story from, I think VHS. Must be one of
the
them.
media format.
No, there's a anthology series of horror films, short films called VHS. There's VHS 1, 2, Viral, 1984, 1997, and beyond, I think.
Mm.
The end
That's
game
actually
can really
what-
get you in the ass sometimes.
My alternate name is 1997 and beyond.
Yeah. No, these are different ones.
Yeah, and then The Three of Us is written in like this really literary style where there's no quotation marks and there's no dialogue tags, and it's just all put together in the narration.
That's
And
strange.
it's not told chronologically at all because it's told in snapshots, so like the whole story technically takes place in one
There's
day.
7 of them. I see.
But they like constantly talk about like, remember, they'll like talk about something and then it'll cut to talk about something that happened 22 years ago, and then
Remember
it'll just like
Aquaman?
cut back to what they were talking about the present day, but there's no like paragraph break.
So it's like Ready Player One, but people that care about Connecticut.
That's actually how I would describe most stories.
Oh.
Ready Player One for Connecticutans.
So there's VHS 2, Viral, 94, 99, 85, and Beyond, as well as a few spin-off ones.
These are scary.
Yeah, kind of. They're basically a bunch of directors will be given like a thing, and then they're like, you can make a short story and we'll stick them into thing, and then make a big thing, and then they're horror movies.
Ooh, and a big thing.
Yeah, the thing that's big is the home. That's big thing, being big.
So true.
Well,
Axel, how do you think you would handle life if you skipped a day of playing Minecraft?
Oh, I've already done that.
it's-
What
yeah, like
happened?
what?
Did you like have hives?
Oh yeah, I like had a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know he
pretty
plays
scary.
Minecraft like once a week, right?
Yeah, but he always phrases it by like, "Hey, we have to play Minecraft."
Yeah, you got a schedule.
Yeah.
My Minecraft schedule. Minecraft max and Minecraft build.
What you don't know is that I actually really need to pee right now.
Oh.
I do know that actually.
Oh god, how did he figure it out?
I have the vision.
Oh. The vision
Science
of the pea.
impressions.
I can hear it in his voice.
The piss is stored in the larynx.
You're always saying this to me, Bard.
Yeah.
You're always going the pee is stored in the larynx. It's just your pee, though. It's Not my
You know, there's a whole category of interesting content. How do I word this?
if you will.
I give
Where
you
people
permission
like
to
the
go to the
idea that
bathroom
someone
if you
needs
need
to be.
Yeah.
People like the idea that someone needs to be.
They
and I
like
don't.
it.
Yeah, they like it a lot.
Like
I
almost as
don't.
much as
know.
I do.
It titillates them.
Oh, I've never been that.
They've been titillated.
No.
I've been defenstrated. I've been defenstrated before.
Isn't that the window throwing out a window?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've been thrown out
Stretching.
of windows.
I just love
How many
this,
windows have you been through now?
Are we talking about the number of times or the different number of windows?
The velocity, wind strength, and the like thickness of the glass.
Ooh, okay.
Are they open windows or are they like closed windows?
Closed.
So it had a hole cut out of it. It was a circular hole, and the light shined through the hole, and there was no door. But if there was a door, it'd have to be a circle.
Right.
Uh,
Is this story written by Devin?
And there
This one was
no
actually by
knob.
Seth.
Yeah, this is Seth's story. There's no knob, but if there was a knob, it'd be circle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did a glass blow this window?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go piss and no one can stop me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to.
Alright, I'm done.
Good
Look at
job.
him go.
I'll be right back. To the piss break.
He's already taking his piss break.
Mhm.
I find it funny, AJ, how you and I are like the opposite in a lot of ways, but we still get along quite well.
Like what?
Like there's a lot of things I do where you just find like me completely baffling. There's a lot of things you do where I find you completely baffling.
Like what?
Like your tendency to kill small children. I don't know why you do that so often.
Why would I let them grow?
Oh. I mean, that's a better point, actually. I hadn't considered that, but you're definitely right.
Yeah, I tend to never get along with people that are similar to me because, as we talked about at the cafe, I never laugh, not even once.
Yeah.
So that makes it difficult because then it's just if I'm with someone that has like my similar humor and laugh, then it's like it's just two people making jokes and no one's laughing.
And staring
And
at
we're
each
just
other
like, good joke. I would laugh at that if I was normal.
alas.
Yeah. And then also like I don't care to be with people by myself because I already know myself. I'd rather learn what new people are like.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is why you hate Weresy so much. Like, this guy's just like me for real.
it's like I would like Weresy if Weresy wasn't the protagonist. That's really just my issue.
I have bad news about that.
Yeah, that's it.
Weresy is
Weresy-
the protagonist.
Yeah, if it was a Vivarno protagonist and Weresy was like the duotagonist, like a Liliana situation where you have like one person who's a bit more competent and then their autistic sibling, that would go hard.
God forbid I write one story where the main character is not the older sibling.
Can't do that.
Not legal.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I should write a story.
You ever done that?
No.
I've thought about it though, I can tell.
Yeah, I got the week off of school. I just finished my
Ooh.
last classes. I'm on whatever break people have.
Yeah,
Um,
in this economy.
I got 6 classes left to graduate, but I don't know who to talk to even let me sign up for the final class.
That's
I
fine.
need special permission. And I emailed 3 people, and they all told me to email one of the other 3 people I emailed.
Oh yeah, they do love to do that
So
in
that's cool.
colleges.
Yeah.
I do love it in colleges when like none of the professors know what to do. It seems like it's kind of a majority thing.
Yeah, like one of the professors in my like final notes for the class, he's like, "I wish you would have come to office hours more. I could have helped you with stuff."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "My guy, I got an A. Why would I
He just
waste more
wanted to
time?
talk to you.
Like, I can't get a better grade. Why would I waste my time?
Yeah, that's funny.
I got Minecraft to watch."
We got man to talk to.
I know, man.
Yeah. I was watching a different guy build in Minecraft, and I felt like such a pathetic builder after I watched it, because he's just like so good at it.
You are very competitive, and you compare yourself to others a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Minecraft for one thing, is just not something I care to be very good at, because it doesn't
Yeah.
matter, you know? Fucking just
You're not
don't-
going for the high score.
No, you can't go for the high score in Minecraft.
Would that be like
Are
the
you like
worst
tapping
possible
your...
thing?
Are you like tapping your mic or something?
That's me muting myself when I'm coughing.
Oh, okay.
I have a mute on my headset, so I'm doing that instead of making the Discord noise every time.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
My wife was sick for 6 hours, and then
Nice.
she got better. And then because she has a body that works mostly,
Yeah.
like she has pain, but that's it in terms of like physical health issues.
Wow.
But then she always gives me the illness, and then I'm sick for 22 days. Um, so I have a cough, 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 hack, hack, dying.
You're not allowed to do that. It's against gamer policy.
Yeah, I know about gamers.
What'd you call me?
Gamer.
I can't believe a 3-minute, 22-second piss.
I also went to find some food and I found the thing I left in the air fryer.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That'll do. I can't believe it's not this.
Soggy hash brown.
I've had the hash brown ones.
Like the
This
specific
probably would have
ones
been
aren't
crispy
vegan.
about 2 hours ago.
I think that when I was writing the first draft of Four Halves, I like made breakfast one day and I just made hash browns. And I'd never made hash browns before in my life. I just cracked an egg and then I'm like, you know what? I'm making hash browns with this. And then not only did I make hash browns with it, but I also made it into like a Taco Bell style Crunchwrap Supreme breakfast style. So anyway, I think I had a manic episode while writing the story, and I'm like, you know what, Millicent's bipolar now. I'm putting that in.
Turn her bipolar.
Yeah,
Give her mental Illinois.
yeah. Because I feel like anyone that writes like the 80,000 word story in 40 days, not even planning to do it, they got something. Other than the extreme autism.
Yeah. Definitely not the extreme dogtism doing you in there.
Woof.
Woof. I'm like baffled by what I should put in this room. I have no
Right?
clue.
You got, I don't know, see your spider lab. Get a spider
A
spawner or
handlebar
something.
mustache.
Make a spider zoo.
Spider zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might do.
Why don't you just show off everything you can do with web
With the
or
web.
string?
With the web. You can't do a
string
lot
museum.
with string in this game. Right.
That's lame because that's like one of the easiest things to get.
That's true.
That's like saying you can't do much with wood. Or bone.
Well, you can do a lot with wood if you know what I'm
Damn
saying.
it! I was gonna say that, but I made hiccup.
What?
Got his
What
ass.
is it? What is it?
You can jerk it out.
What's that?
Wiener.
What'd you get at Costco?
I got soap, shaving cream. Actually, yeah, it was shaving foam, I think. I've only ever used shaving cream, but I don't give a fuck.
Wow, gangster.
And like 2 things my mom needed to help me cook. My mom did
Okay.
most of the cooking. I did dishes mostly.
That's good. How do you shave, Bard?
I use a sandpaper until it's gone.
Because you love doing so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sand.
Sand.
This guy loves sand.
Always saying,
Wow.
"Do unto others as they do unto you."
It's so true.
The fuck kind of painting is this?
Yeah. Again. I like it.
Oh, there's somebody in my house.
Me?
In real life? AJ! I turned around and you're right there.
Yeah.
Bard, can you come to the 4th floor?
I'm in the desert. Give me a second.
Oh, sand.
Sand.
He's in the sand.
This
Isn't
looks
that
like-
funny?
This reminds me of Oz's dead body in Bloodborne.
Whenever anything happens in a video game, there's like a 60% chance it's gonna remind you of something from a Souls game.
Yeah, it was funny because I never played Bloodborne.
Yeah, but you've seen every episode
Yeah, of
of
Bloodborne.
Tobuscus playing it.
Tobuscus, who's that?
You don't know?
Is he busking?
Yeah.
That explains.
Not anymore. Well, he must be actually. He has to probably now.
Who is this man?
Come. So there once was a guy.
Oh, okay.
So
we're
back
already
in
at
back
that
in the
story.
day, there was like 12 people on YouTube.
Yeah.
One of them was that guy.
Okay. Is that all
You
the
could make a-
Tobuscus lore?
We could make a maze. Who's that guy?
I don't know. Bard, would you like to pose in front of the painting for the thumbnail?
What, the Orphan of Kos?
Yeah.
How am I posing for this?
Beautiful.
There you go. Oh, right. There you go.
Okay, one sec. I gotta get another screenshot. Screenshot. Okay, there we go.
Why is it so dark?
I don't know. I had to turn off my shaders to actually tell what was going on with it.
What even is it? It's a street light?
I have no clue.
A street light.
It's like a street light.
It looks like
It's
a
about
white lump, you know?
It's
Like
a guy
fleshy.
vomiting.
It's a guy
Are they
vomiting?
trying to my
Yeah.
video? Like,
Where's the guy?
That's the head in the top right, and then there's that column coming down from the mouth. Yeah, that's it. The vomit coming down. Yeah.
oh, would you like some higher resolution for this?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I turn my textures back on.
I'm bringing textures back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so annoying.
Almost as annoying as my wife.
And I go fight at crap data percent. Okay, I'll put it in the leaving. Oops, don't put it there. There's the penis goblin,
Oh, it's me. Oh, what the hell?
Oh,
yeah.
it's.
Oh. Okay, so
That's
it's
it.
definitely a street light. Or a light, like a light of some variety, surely. And
They
it's
can put this in Minecraft?
trellis? And those are obviously like stone blocks. Yeah, that's a texture pack that ups the pixel count for every block.
Is this like a Resident Evil screenshot?
It does kind of look like it, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like the shrine. I was thinking I'd make like a. I was thinking I'd make like a rows of bookshelves going up to it, like it's like a pilgrimage site or something, you know?
Yeah, lots
Like
of
Giuseppe.
bookshelves.
Yeah.
You should put sand in here as well, so it's like sand.
Like in Dune?
Yeah.
Singular?
Put in the big worm.
I wish you never read Dune.
Okay, I won't.
What?
I won't read it.
One time I said I've never read Dune.
Yeah. Well, that way you won't be alone.
Oh. But what if I have actually read Dune?
You'll be alone.
Yeah.
Good.
Pretty fucked up. The things that are happening in the chat today.
AJ sounds like seconds away from passing out.
He always sounds like that.
Yeah.
Too many edibles and he's about to die.
I eat things.
AJ
Yeah,
is
see?
full of drugs.
Yeah.
You know, AJ, I think it would be really funny if you and I ended up with the same therapist without even knowing it.
Yeah. Who do you see?
What? Rico?
I see a guy named Carl.
Carl.
Carl!
Therapist Carl. Hey.
Carl.
He's adding that to his law document.
Carl.
Yeah, I figure.
Okay, the white guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty pale.
I mean, is his name white?
Pretty pale, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he does. He doesn't say he does autism.
It doesn't
I
say
can't
he does
see him.
autism? No.
No.
So you need an autism specific.
Yeah, all the other therapists won't see me because I have extreme autism. They keep turning me away.
Yeah, I think mine like specializes in chronic pain, and people who have like alcohol problems, I think.
Yeah,
Because he has both
Me.
of those things.
yeah. Adults with PTSD, personality disorders, mental health, substance abuse, chronic pain,
Yeah.
central sensitization disorders. Yeah. He's got autism.
Autism.
I actually applied to all 4 people that specialize in autism in our city.
Wow.
Actually, I didn't, because my wife's seeing one of them, so I applied to the 3.
Damn. You met all 3 of them and you're like, none of these are good enough.
Well, I saw one of them, and he wanted to talk about the 1,300 games I've played.
He's like, that's great, you're autistic? I love that.
Yeah, it's real difficult for me to talk to therapists because I always get really frustrated that their memory is so much worse than me when their job is to, like, remember my life.
I do find it really funny where my therapist can forget things I've told him like 24 times.
Yeah. But that's fine with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he knows that you almost played the cello. Um, but like,
It was a near thing, a near miss.
yeah, but like this last therapist I saw for the first time, aside from the one that was like, cool, you have trauma. Like this one guy, I told him I met my wife on in the same Twitch chat, and then within the same minute he said, "So you met your wife on Discord?"
So he doesn't listen.
Well, it's like he heard, but in his mind he changed his the own story of my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, Discord
I should
didn't
do that to
exist back
people.
then.
I should
We
do that
talked
when
on
someone
Skype.
talks to me and they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I was raised Christian." So I'm like, "Oh, so you were raised Jewish?"
Yeah. Oh, your name's Bill.
Yeah, exactly. Just like the fish.
Yeah.
My right kneecap is cold, like ice, like it's wet. The rest, I don't know why it's doing that.
Dry it.
So true, AJ.
No, it's still like wet and cold, but it's not wet or cold.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay. How many
I'm like-
edibles did you take?
None.
What? And you're playing
All
Minecraft?
natural, baby.
Oh my gosh.
It's called schizophrenia.
Mm.
All natural hallucination.
So
Homegrown.
have you ever heard of Danganronpa?
No.
Okay. So it's this visual
Blessed be the one
novel.
who does not know about Danganronpa.
Okay, so it's a visual novel about some high school kids and it's anime, but they get taken into this like trapped high school dorm thing where it's like a murder mystery and you as the player have to like prove who the murderer is because if the murderer gets away with it, then they get to escape. Um, and the gameplay is like kind of Ace Attorney, where you have to like point out like flaws in people's logic.
It did
You have to,
basically
like,
seem like Ace Attorney when I watched someone play it.
yeah, and you like, but it has like overworld movement, so you can like talk to people freely outside of the courtroom.
It does make it feel a lot less like a visual novel than the average.
Yeah, because it's still just like gameplay and talking.
Yeah, choo
But
choo.
the one thing I always remember from it is that you'll have these moments in the courtroom where you have to choose a word by shooting a bunch of random letters on screen,
Oh
which
yeah.
is like the keyword, um, to prove your argument. And
Yeah.
most of these are easy. Like it's not a hard game. But there was one that I was completely stumped on, and I could not figure it out
Yeah.
for the life of me. I tried every combination I could think of. Had to have Brittany look it up. And the word was that the protagonist was like, oh, they probably did this because they had they're a blank. And the word was schizo.
Oh.
And that was the
Alien
keyword.
one.
You have to accuse them of being a schizo to progress. And
Like it's an Alien game?
I'd never heard of that like term before. Like, is this a slur? Can they
Yeah.
put this in a game?
I mean, apparently they couldn't be stopped from doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I understand, it's an old game, my favorite visual novel is called Cripple Girls, so it's like, whatever. But,
Well, I mean, there's already the.
yeah. So that's Danganronpa.
It's such
The
I
music's
remember
good.
seeing that. I think the person I was watching like got that like second try or something and being like, what the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah.
Like it feels
Yeah.
so old and like bad.
Who's saying this about me?
No.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe 15 years old at this point.
Yeah, and it
But it's from
feels
Japan, which means
every
you subtract another 20. Um,
yeah,
it came out in 2010, yeah, 15 years ago.
Old ass visual novel.
And they made a lot of them.
Yeah. And every time you get to say more slurs to random people.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Something I find funny about myself is that I seem to be more bothered by slurs than even I should be. Like, I don't like saying any slurs, even if, you know, they're one of the ones that you're allowed to say, because it's like
Yeah.
you're a minority or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I converted to Judaism.
You can say all the slurs for Jewish people.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't say it on Twitch or get banned.
True.
Well, yeah, I don't think you should say it anyway.
You should say it
Yeah.
really loudly on Twitch and get banned on purpose.
Yeah. Well, I would. I haven't had enough edibles.
Alas.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Wait.
Brittany and I played through all of Danganronpa 1, and then we tried 2. Um, but it was like this weird sort of non sequitur sequel where like nearly every character was different, except one character was the same person, except now they went from like really skinny to obese.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I can handle this anymore.
Oh, you see a fat person, you're like, I can't watch this.
The game does feel very bigoted, just from the gameplay I watched.
It is very like exaggerated personalities.
Like, it felt
So
like if there was a gay person on screen, he would die in like 14 seconds and like have AIDS or something, you know?
well, there is like the one character that like pretends to be a girl, and it's like, oh,
Oh yeah,
is this a
yeah.
trans woman? And
I
it's like, no,
hate that.
I was too weak to be a man.
I hate that. It's horrendous.
Oh man. Yeah.
That shit's awful.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, weird game. It was an experience, though. I'll never forget anything about my life now.
As if you were gonna forget anything to begin with.
I'm never gonna forget anything.
So if someone starts talking about Danganronpa, I should assume they're gonna say slur.
Yeah,
You should assume people are gonna slur.
in general.
Yeah. Okay. My wife says I have to go to bed
Damn.
because we gotta get fillet fish tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's very
Well,
important.
thanks for talking with me. Thanks
Why
for
did you flay the
narrating
fish?
stories. Thanks for teaching me about sand. Thanks for streaming.
You
Thanks
ate
for
it.
all the fish. Fillet of
So
fish.
long.
Okay, bye 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 bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Let him go.
Oh, wow. And then he was gone.
Like that.
How is it legal?
I'm always asking this. But he never answers. Telling.
It's very telling. Except not at all.
Oh, it's a spam.
Oh. Oh, I love spam. Yay.
So I made a, like, very ominous office.
Well, that's scary. I'm going to shit blood now.
Oh.
Is that your accomplishment for the day?
Yeah. I
I
think
made a
so.
harm fast.
A harm fast? Can I see?
Yes, it's by the farm.
Gotcha. The new one or the old one?
The new one.
Okay. Coming over to the harm fast. Nice. Nice, 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 nice.
Shrimple. I mean, it looked kind of like an Australian farmhouse.
Yeah. It's good, I like it.
And it's also got something bolder. Oh, so I put glass panes in. That's what I forgot to pick up earlier. Oh, well. Swell, cause I'm swollen.
Oh, me too.
Oh. I gotta go to bed. It is nearly midnight.
Yeah, it's 10:18 right now.
Yeah, midnight.
Yeah, but only if I get to go to bed with you in Minecraft.
Oh, I don't have a rocket, and I have to walk all the way back.
I'm walking all the way back too. And I
Oh,
do
you
have
got
a
head
rocket.
start. Oh, he's rocketing it.
I'm the rocket man, famously.
Burning my ass out of here. Does your drawing tablet work now?
Yeah, it does.
Hells yeah.
Hells yeah, multiple hells.
Yeah.
Dwelling. I love to dwa.
Draw like sword.
Today shall be the day we draw swords together.
Oh, what kind of one are you gonna draw? I think I'm drawing a big great sword.
I'm gonna draw a smaller sword than the great sword. You know, just an okay sword. It'll do.
Like a badish.
Yeah. I have a lump
You would lump
on my collarbone.
on your collarbone?
I'm gonna collarbone.
Oh my god.
Oh lord. Alright. It's time for me to go to bed in real life.
No, fuck. Okay.
Okay. Stream over.